and veil rose together, casting their silver glow across the palace ruins. They reflected in the rivers of crystal glass and shimmered upon broken towers, like blessings from forgotten gods. Kale stood at the edge of the royal terrace, overlooking the valley. Below, thousands of surviving Zephyrians had gathered, their pale forms flickering like candlelight against the dark. They sang in soft, harmonic tones mourning the fallen, honoring the defenders, and welcoming the dawn of something new. Behind him, Aristel approached in ceremonial garb. Her gown was no longer torn. It flowed with living starlight, embroidered with constellations. Her crown rested lightly in her glowing hair, and in her eyes no longer merely royal burned the fire of a queen reborn. Kale turned when he heard her steps. He was still armored, though his weapons now lay untouched. He had bathed in light, bled in shadow, and returned transformed. The people called him the Flamebound, a symbol, a myth, a guardian of their future. But to Aristel, he was still just Kale, the stubborn, reckless human who stepped into death without flinching, the man who stood between her and oblivion. "The people await your voice," she said. "They don't need my voice," he replied, gazing at the crowd. "They need yours." She stepped beside him, their shoulders brushing, "and they need a protector. They have won." He looked at her. "You." She didn't smile, not this time. Instead, she turned fully toward him and held out her hand. "You don't understand. When you took the Heartstone's arrows, when you shielded me not once, but again and again, you didn't just protect the queen. You bound yourself to Zephyra. To me." Kale hesitated. "Is this political?" he asked carefully. "It's sacred," she said. "In Zephyrian tradition, to take a wound for the crown is to take its soul as your own. You wielded my clan's weapon. You spilled blood for me. You lived for me." Her fingers curled into his palm. "You're already mine, if you'll have me, under the twin moons." Kale Varn bowed his head, not as a soldier, but as a man who had found something worth staying for. "I do." The war was over. The ashes had settled. The arrows had stopped flying. But the scars Kale carried remained etched deep in muscle, in memory, in soul. Not all of them were visible. They honored him in ways he didn't expect. Songs were sung. Children carved his name into stones and trees. The elders called him Bloodrot Star.